What's up guys, my name's Joey. Today we're going to be going over the planche and I'm going to teach you a few different exercises to master the skill. So the clip you just saw was of Frankie. Frankie has never actually trained a planche, he just kind of got one being strong and he hasn't done it in a really long time. So bear with me, he's going to be my demo for today. So the planche is a strength skill. It's used in gymnastics. It's also something a lot of people who are into calisthenics try to learn. It's a very difficult strength skill, and there's a few ways of doing it. You can do a tuck planche, straddle planche, or a full planche. The full planche is the hardest one, where your body is completely flat out. So when you're doing the skill, your body's gonna be horizontal. You're gonna keep your arms locked like this. You're gonna lean forward, so you're kind of in this plank position with your arms straight. You're balancing, keeping your hands almost level with your hips. The two big issues with the planche I see, one is people's body position. So what a lot of people tend to do, because they're not strong in the position yet, is they let their body sag between their shoulders, like this, let their hips come down, and now you're in this position. Instead of hollowing out, using your abs to stay tight, and staying a little rounded here. So the other issue I want to talk about is arm bend. I coach high school gymnastics. This is something I see way too often because kids are in a rush to learn skills. Kids always bend the arms in the planche. When you're training a strength skill like an iron cross or a planche, the way you learn it is very different depending on if your arms are locked or they're bent when you do the certain strength exercises to build the planche or the cross. So you have to keep that in mind as you're training. You have to train with locked elbows so that you can learn to stabilize in that position. I'm gonna give you guys a list of exercises you can do at home or in a gym to help you train the planche. You have to keep in mind that we're working a few different parts of the body. You have to work your arms, shoulders, chest, core, and lower back. And lower back is the one a lot of people forget. So I got Frankie here. He's gonna do our first exercise for us, and it's going to be planche push-ups. So he's gonna get into a push-up position, his hands are gonna be back, and he's gonna lean forward just a slight amount. From here, he's gonna bend his elbows and do push-ups. Going down and back up. When you're doing this exercise, you probably want sets and reps to help guide you as you're going along. This is going to depend completely on whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. So what I would have you start out if you're a beginner, I would have you do 3 sets, as many as you can do. 3 sets, maximum reps. If you're intermediate, I might have you do 5 sets, as many as you can do. Advanced, we can start talking about not doing as many as you can, throwing in things like tempo. So I'd do the planche push-up, and I'd go slow on the way down, counting to 3 on the way down, and then driving back up. And then from there, you might want to do sub-maximal, and then you can also throw in a hold. So let's say my max is 20, I do 18, and then I try and do a 10-second hold in that position. So Frankie's going to do our second exercise. I like to call these planche leans. So what he's going to do, set up on a pair of parallettes. If you don't have those, you can do them on the floor. Get some sort of moving object to keep your feet on, and then he's going to lean forward as far as he can where he's still holding the position, keeping his body tight, squeezing his abs, elbows locked. He's going to hold for 3 seconds and then come back. He's going to lean again, 3 seconds. Good, come back. So for this exercise, in terms of sets and reps, I would do 5 sets of 3 leans. So you'll lean, 3-second hold, come back, lean again, 3-second hold, come back, lean, 3-second hold. Now, as you progress, the idea is that you're able to lean further and further. You don't necessarily just have to increase reps and sets. If you're able to lean further, that's what's going to progress you, and that's what you want for the planche, because the goal is to get your hands at your hip level.
Okay.
Frankie's going to show us the tuck planche. This is our third exercise. This one is what's going to actually put you in the position. Your legs aren't being supported by anything. You're going to start in a tuck position. Frankie's going to get up on the rings, tuck his legs, and lift his hips up to level. And then he's going to come back down. I definitely recommend throwing the tuck plunge into your training regimen. This skill is what's going to force you into the right position, so you don't have to worry about your legs being supported by anything. When you're doing this skill, I recommend doing max holds. So get up on the rings, hold that position as long as you can. If your elbows start to bend or your hips come out of position, I would just jump off the rings, because then you're not training the right positions. Okay, so keep the elbows locked, hips up, stay there as long as you can, and come down. For that, I would do 3 maximal holds. 3 more clips. All right, so for our last exercise, Frankie is gonna get on the pommel horse. He's gonna keep his legs hanging off the edge, and he's gonna hold onto the horse or one of the pommels. For this exercise, he's gonna keep his legs straight and lift him up as high as he can, and this is gonna work your lower back. This is what's gonna help you balance in the position since your legs aren't being supported when you do a plunge. You can call this whatever the hell you want. I guess it's similar to a reverse hyper if you've ever done that exercise. But again, this is gonna be strengthening his lower back. For this last exercise, we'll keep it simple. I'm gonna say 3 sets of 20, and you can adjust that based on your skill level. If you can't get 20, try and at least get 15. If 20 is way too easy, you can actually throw ankle weights on if that's possible, or squeeze a weight in between your legs and still try to keep the 20 rep mark. All right, thank you guys for watching the video. If you wanna see more content like this, please like the video. Subscription would also be really nice of you. So, I mean, if you could do that, that'd be cool. Also, if you guys have any questions, leave a comment below. I'd be happy to answer it. Thank you to Frankie, who is also my cameraman right now, for helping me out. I'll see you guys in the next video.